Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of The Big Picture. I'm your host, Larry Ragland. As you can see, I'm coming not from my regular studio, coming home from my home studio tonight. It's one of them nights where I just feel like I'm just going to jump on here and share my feelings on a few things. Gonna make some of y'all mad at me. Some of y'all might get flagged. But I'm going to come on here tonight and I'm going to ask a simple question before we get started tonight. You've heard all these people talking about their pronouns that they use and everything, addressing me by my proper pronoun. Well, I didn't come on here. This ain't no hate speech or anything. This is just me standing up for my rights. So if you want to know what my proper pronoun is, it might not be what you think. But I'm making a show tonight, and I'm demanding that everybody that watches this program and everybody that knows me from this day forward, you will address me by my proper pronoun. You know what that is? I'll be right back to tell you. Oh, yeah, I'm back. All right, so here we go. Let's just cut right to the chase. I'm going to tell you like it is. You know, you got these folks that are wanting to talk about their proper pronouns that they're going to be addressed as. Yeah, and, some of them are just coming up with some crazy terms. In fact, I'm going to read just a couple of these terms that I've seen here. And these are just some of the ones here. So instead of his or her, let's see here. It says zir, hear, ear. That's I don't know how to say that. EIR or something. EIR. Viz, Tim, and then again for some reason EIR. Okay, ir, ear or something instead of his or her. His or hers. Ziz, hers, vers, ters. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. Laughing at somebody. It's just ters. Makes me think of something else that sounds like ters. But himself or herself, you have z-self, here's-self, ear-self, verse-self, ter-self, and m-self. Did y'all get that? Okay. So that's just pretty wild to me. That is the terms that we are going to be addressing people by. So I feel like that I need to be addressed as my preferred pronoun. So from this day forward, if you want to respect me and not trigger me, you need to address me for what I identify as. Now, I know my birth certificate just simply says male, which I don't mean to upset you. That means I was a baby boy, and then I became a man. You know, Paul said in the scripture, when I was a little boy, I was a boy and acted like a boy and a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So I'm a man because I was born a boy, okay? But I just feel like in the world that we live in right now that I need to make sure that everybody knows my proper pronoun. So from this day forward, because this is what I identify as, okay? This wasn't on my birth certificate. This was not, this was not a part of, the doctor didn't look at my mother and say, congratulations, Miss Ragland, she said you have a boy. You have a boy, okay? There's a boy. I'm looking at him. I can tell he's a boy. Come on. I don't have to get more graphic than that. So, but over time, things changed in my life. And I began to see myself differently. And I began to realize that I was born a boy, but I started seeing that there was something inside of me that was bigger and more than the boy or, quite frankly, the man that I had became. So without further ado, I just feel like that everyone on here needs to know this. And those that know me in my personal life, from this point forward, because this is what I identify as, is I want to be referred to from this point forward as mighty man of God. Mighty man of God. So my proper pronoun is mighty man of God. So I need you to affirm me, and I need you to come in agreement with me. Don't call me Larry. Call me mighty man of God, Larry, because I identify as a mighty man of God. Yep, I do. And I tell you, I know some of y'all are gonna be like, that is so hateful. That is so hateful what you're doing. I can't believe that you would do that and make light. Look, I'm not making light of an individual. I'm making light of a situation that is silly. Okay? We are being taken over. Large corporations are telling their employees that it is a fireable offense. I have a friend who is a teacher in a very large school district, one of the most wealthiest school districts in America, not in my state, in Alabama, of course. And he called me one day, started texting me, then he finally called me and told me they had come down from the top of their school district for this entire county that it was a fireable offense to not address a child, I'm talking about elementary school and all the way through high school, all 12 years, by their preferred pronoun or the teacher's preferred pronoun. He went on to say that the coaching staff of the football team was told statements like this: man up, be a man, were banned. You could no longer say man up to a group of all boy football players when you're trying to teach them how to be tough and all that. You can't say be a man, man up. No more. It's a fireable offense. So, you got all these people that are just wanting to go crazy with this stuff on Twitter and all this. So I just wondered today, what would happen if all of the Christians and all of the kingdom-minded people started self-identifying as what God's word said we are? How about son of God, daughter of God, child of God? For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, he's given us power to become the sons of God. So I identify as a child of God. How about this? How about from now on you call me child of God Larry? Child of God Larry. And if you don't call me child of God Larry, you are an offense to me. This is the same argument. But it's even, that's a spiritual thing. We're talking about a physical thing. We're talking about, listen, y'all, before I started this broadcast, I went to the CDC's website. The CDC website, it says follow the science, follow the science, follow the science. You know what about follow the science? I'm looking at the CDC website right now. CDC.gov. You can go there and search. They have an entire section that's for LGBTQ plus IA. I don't even know. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't even have it in front of me. All the letters that has to be involved in it. But they have on the science website, science, follow the science, follow the science, follow the science. This is the title of the article from the CDC's website: Collecting Sexual Orientation and Gender Identity Information. The importance of the collection of properly asking the proper questions when you are now examining someone. So this is what the CDC is telling people. When you are welcoming someone into a hospital room or examining them, these are questions they want to start asking you. Do you consider yourself straight or heterosexual, lesbian or gay, bisexual, queer, pansexual, and or questioning? Or something else, please specify. Don't know, decline to answer. Do you think of yourself as male, female, transgender, man, trans man, transgender, woman, trans woman, gender queer, gender nonconforming, neither exclusively male nor female, additional gender category, please specify. And then another question the CDC says doctors and medical professionals should get used to answering: what sex were you originally listed on your birth certificate? Male, female, or decline to answer? Of course, many of you may know that just recently our great government now has approved passports on the gender, on your sex or gender on your passport. That you have the option now of X. You're an X. I'm an X. What are you? I'm an X. X is supposed to just sum everything up. So child of God, children of God, how about this? Let's start identifying and let's start seeing what would happen on our job if we start saying, with all due respect, if I'm going to have to call you, they, I want you to think about that. If I'm going to have to call you, a single person, they, and when I'm talking about what you want to do, I'm going to say their, because now you're both. You're male and female, so I have to respect you that you are they. Even though when I look at you, I can tell that you're one of the two most of the time. Well, I'm getting some trouble on this one, but I don't care. So here's the thing. You may not be able to look at me and know, just by looking at me, that I'm a mighty man of God, that I'm anointed. How about that one? Anointed Larry. From this day forward, you address me as anointed Larry. When I'm speaking in a boardroom or something on my job, I want you to call on me as anointed Larry, child of God Larry, man of God Larry, saved Larry, born again Larry, spirit-filled Larry. How do you think that would fly? How do you think it would fly if I demanded that on my passport that they made sure they put on my passport, child of God? It would never fly. But yet we are being expected to follow the science that is unscientific. So, I don't hate nobody. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm just trying to say that what is my mama used to say it this way, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So, short show. I just come on here to tell you, I will prefer you to address me as my proper pronoun. From this day forward, I will be highly offended if you do not address me as one of these, because I identify as multiple things. I identify as mighty man of God. I identify as child of God. I identify as anointed man of God. I identify as devil caster out Larry. Because I do. I'm a child of God. My name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life. I know that. This ain't something I just talk about. I believe it, y'all. It's who I am. May not look like it here. That's who I am in here. And that's who I am in here. So without further ado, I'll sign off on this program saying, this is Mighty Man of God, Larry Ragland, saying keep your eyes open to the big picture. There's a lot going on. Somebody has got to open your eyes.